Before we dive into today's video, I just wanted to share something real quick. The autumn sales are happening right now on the EA app in thesims.com and they'll be running until September 25th. If you're thinking about getting any Sims 4 packs while they're discounted and you'd like to support me at the same time, you can use my code CREATEFORSIMS at checkout. It works not only for Sims 4 DLCs, but also for other games too, like Battlefield, Need for Speed, Dead Space, Mass Effect, Amazing Adventures, and even EA Sports titles. I really appreciate everyone who chooses to use the code. It helps so much keeping the channel going. Thank you so much for all your support, and now let's dive into today's video. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. I'm Alexandra and we are back with a new speed building video up on my channel, and today we are building kind of a cheap house. And this is actually a starter home, a rundown house that's very grungy and yeah, basically cheap. I tried to keep the budget limited, and this house is actually no more than 17k simoleons. And that's due to the fact that I used a lot of decor from live edit and debug items, because you know, making detailed houses, even the grungy ones, you can't really do that on a budget, and using debug things that are cheap and doesn't cost a penny, it is very helpful that way. So this is a build, in fact, that I did a very long time ago when I started to work on my realistic save file in New Crest. So we are building in New Crest. We are on a 20 by 30 lot, and this house, it's, as I said, a starter house for a sim or two because we have a double bed. And considering it's this tiny, I don't know, I feel like this is just for one sim, considering how I decorated everything inside. And yeah, this is an old build and I never got the chance to share the speed build with you, and here I am now talking about it. So yeah, we are on a 20 by 30 in New Crest, and this build, it's very tiny. You know, I usually don't do tiny builds, but once in a while it's really nice to also get myself out of my comfort zone and my kind of routine type of building. I know it's a routine for me to do like big homes, and yeah, you know that I also like once in a while to do this grungy style and rundown homes. And basically this was the house that inspired me to start the save file. And then after I completed this house, I also made some other houses in this style, but obviously with a different budget. So yeah, I'm happy that I get the chance to share this with you now. I know this house, it's been on the gallery for a while, and people that saw the save file video or maybe even downloaded and played with it, they already saw this tiny house. But in case this is the first time you see this build and you want it, it's on my gallery under the ID CREATEFORSIMS, and I believe it's called Bridgeview Avenue 328 if I'm not mistaken. I shared this a while back, so you might need to scroll a bit down in the gallery to find this build. And also the trail files will be uploaded on my Patreon page. So as you can see, I used outside this for rent wallpaper, which is very grungy, and I don't know, it's missing texture, like the actual paint from the walls were falling down because it's, I don't know, an old build and it wasn't very taken care of. And yeah, it wasn't like painted in years, I believe. But I really do love that wallpaper from for rent. And for the extra walls in this house, I use this base game paneling They are really good, and especially I love the green swatch of that wallpaper. And other than that, the roof is also from Forgrant Pack because I really love that texture because it's black, but somehow if you zoom in, you can see how that roof, it's old and has some green colors on it, and it makes me think about moss, but I'm not so sure if moss can be on a roof. But either way, I really thought it's suitable for this house. And now we are doing a lot of landscaping. It's not that special, it's not that pretty even, but it's cheap, and that's what matters here because without this debug, bushes and trees and basically everything that I added outside, this house wouldn't have been a starter because plants are expensive from the normal catalog, but using Live Edit, it always saves the day when it comes to starter homes. And by the way, I really think I used a lot of items from Get Together for outside, like in bushes, and also the trees I think are from Get Together, and also base game. So I don't really think I used that many packs in this build, but for the interior, for giving it that, fresh start type of a vibe for this house, that when somebody just bought it and they are living here and trying to save some money and they didn't had, I don't know, an interior designer to redecorate, and they just found this house very cheap on a good price, and everything inside it's messy and we have a lot of boxes, and I would really love at some point to maybe, I don't know, start redecorating this tiny build. Let me know what would you think about that idea, because yeah, the interior it's very grungy as the exterior is. We used the same wallpapers and this very, I don't know, mismatched kind of a brick, but I think that's a fake brick that was, glued to the walls. And yeah, we have an open area here with the entrance which leads to the living area and the kitchen. This small space really made it kind of hard for me to make a floor plan, so then I decided to, make it an open space type of a room and only a bedroom and a bathroom. So yeah, here I am trying to figure out the layout, and we only have a tiny table with 2 chairs and an old tiny TV. And I also had kind of a background story for the sim that's living here. Even though nobody lives here, but I thought about a sim that would love to live here. And I thought they are maybe a singer or a comedian, because I tried to add also a microphone and also a guitar in this place, because I thought, you know what, maybe they just quit their job and probably, I don't know, they had some savings but not that much, and they wanted to start from scratch. Maybe they moved from another city and they just want to start fresh with a new career, and maybe, I don't know, maybe their own business, not actually being employed as a comedian. And that's why I also added those skill building items, as I said, a guitar and a microphone. So of course, if you want to have this house and you don't have this story in mind, obviously you can remove those and add whatever items you need for skill building. And yeah, basically it's not happening too much in the bedroom. I think we have only 5. It's a 5x5 room or 5x4. No, I think it's a 4x4 room, and it's kind of crowded as well. I added this clothing rack and a computer because I thought a computer might be needing in a house to, order stuff, increase fun, and I don't know, maybe socialize. And yeah, I also added a food bowl for pets because I thought maybe someone would like to have a pet. I was thinking about a dog because we don't have a litter box for a cat, but obviously there is space for you to add one if you want to have a cat. And yeah, as you can see, the colors are very, I don't know, fade off. Even here I'm trying to change the flooring because I thought that wood I previously used was not I don't know, was not grungy enough or old enough, and I added this Get Famous one, which I think is my favorite when it comes to rundown builds. And this paint that's on the floor that I added, it's from the Artist Studio kit. And I really love that because I was picturing that maybe the person who lived here before was a painter, so that's why we have a lot of, I don't know, paint on the wood board that's on the floor. And I don't know, I thought it's a nice touch. And also a lot of detailing for walls I added to make it, I don't know, yeah, basically run down. And yeah, in the bathroom, it's a very crowded space. I have only a shower, a toilet, and I also wanted to add decor. Even though it's empty, I wanted to have, I don't know, a pipe drain, and I don't know what else. The soap, it's laying on the floor because I didn't have space to add an actual, I don't know, shelf or something to add the soap on. And yeah, also toilet paper, which is very important in a Sims build. And considering that I added a lot of clutter, I don't know how I managed to make this house 17k simoleons, honestly. Because you saw that I added clutter inside. I have coat racks, I have that computer, I have also boxes, and yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that. But now the clutter from kitchen, it's kind of, you know, missing. I only added a debug pot and that grocery bag with vegetables because I really think that's a really nice thing to have in a kitchen. I don't know. Even though if you get groceries, you don't leave them there. You basically put them in a fridge or where they belong, but yeah, we have groceries there. Why not? And I forgot about radiators, and I don't know why in every single build I forget about radiators, and I think it's a really realistic thing to have. And in this house we have those, but mostly in my build they're missing. And I need to, I don't know, make a list with things that I tend to forget in my builds and add radiators to it, because I have a thing in my brain that kind of reminds me when a build is done. I'm like, okay, what have I missed? I missed a trash can, a mailbox, and a fire alarm. So now I have to add to this list also radiators, because I think they really give, I don't know, a lot of realism to a house. So that's gonna be for this video, guys. I really hope you like this build. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna see each other in my next split building video, and until the next time, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and a sub to the channel to help the channel grow. And I'm sending you a lot of hugs. Bye everybody.